Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to have an honest conversation about something that I've struggled with for a long time: burnout. If you've ever felt stretched too thin, like there's never enough time to take care of yourself, then this video is for you. I don't know about you, but today's world feels chaotic and stressful. There's uncertainty everywhere, and no matter how much I try to stay on top of things, it seems like I can't escape from it, even at home. As a small business owner, wife, and mom of 5, plus 4 dogs, a tortoise, and 2 cats, my life is pretty full. And while I love my family and my work, I often find myself working from 5 in the morning to 6 at night, squeezing in family time, dinner, and chores before I crash. Weekends aren't really much different because I feel like things have to get done. It's exhausting. And I know I'm not alone in this. So what do we do? How do we keep up with everything life throws at us without burning out? How can we take care of ourselves while still managing our responsibilities? The answer I've learned lies in self-care. Before you roll your eyes and think, I don't have time for that, hear me out. Because self-care is not just bubble baths and face masks, it's about survival. It's about making sure you have the energy, focus, and emotional balance to show up for yourself and others. The first thing I had to learn was that if I don't take care of myself, it affects everyone around me. When I'm burnt out, I'm not sharing my best self with anyone. I get distracted, unfocused, and short-tempered. Burnout isn't just mental exhaustion, it's emotional and even physical. It can lead to headaches, fatigues, and a complete lack of motivation. But when I make time to take care of myself, I see a difference. I'm more patient, more engaged, and more present. I have more energy and I can actually focus on problem solving instead of just trying to survive. And here's something I didn't expect. Self-care doesn't just help me recover from burnout, it helps prevent it. When I regularly take time for myself, I don't hit that breaking point as often. Instead of running on empty, I'm refueling along the way. Another big lesson I've learned is that self-care looks different for everyone. I used to think that I had to meditate, journal, or take long baths to count as self-care, but none of those things really worked for me, and that's okay. For me, self-care can be playing a video game on the weekend or taking my son out for lunch. What's important is that I do things that genuinely help me relax and recharge. Maybe for you, self-care is movement, going for a walk, dancing, or even gardening. Maybe it's social, like spending time with loved ones. It could even be creative, painting, playing music, or writing. The key is to find what actually helps you and not force yourself into a self-care routine that doesn't fit. Another thing I've noticed is that when I try to do self-care the way other people do it, I don't actually feel better. I just feel like I'm checking something off a list. But when I let go of what I think self-care should be and do what actually helps me, it makes a real difference. The last thing I've learned is that self-care has to be intentional. I almost have to schedule it, or I will find every excuse not to do it. And if I don't make time for it, I'll go right back to burnout. So now I plan for self-care the same way I plan work meetings or family activities. I set aside time for the things that replenish me, whether it's a short walk, a lunch break without checking emails, or simply stopping work at a reasonable hour. Over time, this intentionally becomes a habit, but at first it does take effort. And let's be honest, it's easy to feel guilty about taking time for yourself. I know, because I do. But here's the truth. Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential. You can't pour from an empty cup. Another part of intentional self-care is setting boundaries. Learning to say no, delegating tasks, and recognizing when you need a break are all ways to protect your well-being. Many of us fall into the trap of believing that being constantly busy makes us productive, but the truth is, burnout doesn't make you effective, it makes you exhausted. Giving yourself permission to rest actually helps you be more productive in the long run. So if you've been putting yourself last, I encourage you to take a moment and think about what self-care really means for you. What helps you recharge? How can you incorporate it into your life even in small ways? Because the truth is, you are worth the effort. And when you take care of yourself, you show up better for everyone around you. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more conversations like this. And let me know in the comments, what does self-care look like for you? Let's support each other in finding balance. I'll see you in the next video.